Hello and welcome. It's Sunday, first day of the week. Let's see if the computer is going to cooperate. There it goes. Okay, now we are live. Good morning, good morning. Welcome to the morning cuppa. And come on in and fill your cup up with joy. Charlie. Makes it beautiful, you do. Thank you all for being here. Let's hear our Sunday morning song. Welcome, welcome everybody that's coming in, and let's come to the water. Thank you for sharing, Kathy.
Come to the water where you will find peace. Take a step into the river, get down on your knees. Come to the mountain while taking in the view. You will find that life is greater than you knew. When you go through the storm, I will hold you, keep you warm. When you stay in the night, I will shelter, I will fight, I will fight. Oh,
right, Kathy, I love this song.
You're broken and you're shattered at the point of no return. You pick up the pieces and you let the bridges burn. So come to the water, you're sailing with the breeze. Take a step into the river where you will find peace. When you go through the storm, I will hold you, keep you warm. When you stay in the night, I will shelter, I will fight. Oh yeah, I will fight. When you go through So come to the water where you will find peace. Take a step into the river and get down on your knees.
Good morning. Good morning. Looks like quite a few people are sleeping in this morning, and that's okay. Whatever is needed, right? So let's go into our hearts and do the heart brain coherence. We'll just make this a short show this morning. It's a special holiday weekend, and we're going to honor people being away from home and being with family. And let's just love on each other today. I'm happy you're here too, Kathy. I love our Sundays together. Let's do our heart brain coherence. Touching your heart center. Slow down the breathing. Add in love, compassion, warmth, joy. Enough. I am worthy, happy, I'm healthy, I'm living my dream life. I'm honored to be here on this morning, the first day of the week, with all of you. And I am peace. I'd love to hear your I ams today. And while you're thinking about that, and while we're still in a meditative state, I want to read Paramahansa Yogananda's prayer for a united world. May the heads of all countries and races be guided to understand that men of all nations are physically and spiritually one. One, physically one, because we are the descendants of common parents, the symbolic Adam and Eve, and spiritually one, because we are the immortal children of our Father, bound by eternal links of brotherhood. Let us pray in our hearts for a league of souls in a united world, though we may seem divided by race, creed, color, class, and political prejudices. Still, as children of the one God, we are able in our souls to feel brotherhood and world unity. May we work for the creation of a united world in which every nation will be a useful part, guided by God through man's enlightened consciousness. I love that. I love thinking about world unity because it's really world peace is what we're talking about. If we can all just remember who we are, we can remember our magnificence, then wow, look at what is possible. Look at what we can do if we're not fighting with each other, if we're not in competition or comparison, if we just love. Look at the possibilities. I love thinking along those lines because it's all about peace. And if we can find that inner peace, then that's going to show on the outside with outer peace. So I am just loving that years ago, this little book was written in, like, I think the 1920s. And even back then, Paramahansa Yogananda was focused on world unity, trying to bring us all together, having us realize that we really are just one. There is no separation. That's an illusion. So when we think about what we want in life, what we want to achieve, what our intentions are, Sunday mornings, that's our intention day. That's when we set our intention and strive for that throughout the week and focus on manifesting that intention. Let's keep in mind these words that were read today, the words of Yogananda, one of the most powerful masters there is, because he taught unity. He taught love. He taught that, yes, we are one unit, not a divided anything. We're just showing up and going through this human experience as one, because that's really all there is. And there's only love. So if we go out of that mindset of being united, of being one, then we're just in that human facade of life, because this human life is temporary. These bodies don't last. They aren't built to last. And nobody gets out of it without going through a transition experience. So when we focus on our intentions today, that's what Sundays are. That's what we do on the first day of the week. We focus on our intentions. Then we can see how blessed we are to be one, to be in unity with each other. And many times when we do the I am statements, many times when we do the setting of the intentions and the manifesting of them, we come up with the same thing. That's because we are one. And let's see what you got this morning. Charles says, I am blessed. Well, we are blessed to have you in our lives, Charlie. Thank you for being here this morning. Marietta, hi, sweet one. I hope you had a beautiful holiday yesterday. Marietta says, I am sending joy to us all. Thank you. Thank you for sending that joy in. And I feel it. I receive the love that comes in every day on this show, every morning when we get together, even if it's just a few of us, and that's okay, because we're here for each other. We're here gathered together as one. Kathy says, I am content. I am happy. I am loved. I am grateful. Oh, that's beautiful, Kathy. I love your I ams. Well, I picked us a Kuan Yin card, and it is the Orchid Priestess of Destiny. The Orchid Priestess of your highest spiritual destiny calls to you now. She inspires you to discover and express your purpose. You are encouraged to live into your potential with all its uniqueness and beauty. Her sweet flute playing deep in your heart, blossoms of orchid and chrysanthemum falling from her feet, she stirs your heart to quest for your true soul passion. What a beautiful card for a Sunday morning, when we set our intentions and we're being encouraged to live into our potential with all its uniqueness and beauty. And we're being stirred in our hearts to quest for our true soul passion. When we think about manifesting and we think about setting intentions, isn't that the most important thing for us to do? To seek that which is what our soul wants, what our soul desires, and let that be brought to the forefront for us. And yes, Kathy, that's what this card is doing, is filling us with inspiration to move toward our soul's passion. How many times do we focus on what the human body wants? What does the human body want us to do? We set our intentions based on the human experience. But what if we set our intention based on what our soul wants from us? What our soul wants us to grow. It wants us to have those experiences that we have. Every day we learn. Every day is an opportunity. And I say that every morning when I get up. I say, Lord, help me to make a difference. Help me to understand more fully what I'm doing here, my passion, my purpose. And if we can have that prayer going on everywhere, every time we go somewhere, every time we interact with others. How many of you interacted yesterday with family and just sat, whether you were at dinner or lunch or opening presents or whatever it was that you did, that's your tradition to do on Christmas. How many of you sat in that energy and just really thought about your soul growth as you were doing that? Because every interaction we have with each other is our soul learning, experiencing, knowing how to see the oneness in each other. But many times we don't think about that. We think about the human part, right? What are we doing here? I hear that so much from people. What am I doing here? What is my purpose for being here at this time on this earth plane? And if we forget about the human part, it's there, that we're here, we're in this bodysuit. But if we forget that when we're setting intentions and when we're moving forward, then we know what our soul wants. And we can just sit and listen to our higher self explain to us what we're doing here. It's also simple. The angels say, you humans, you like to complicate things. You like to make it where it's just something out of your reach, but it's not. It's so easy. And it really is simple. And when we can keep it simple, we understand more fully and our lives are more fulfilled. And we have more of that thing called inner peace, which is really what we should strive for every day. If we have that inner peace going on, then what's going on the outside, it's going to reflect that inner peace. I want to see what Marietta said. A Course in Miracles teaches us that giving and receiving are the same. And I feel so grateful. It really is the same, isn't it, Marietta? When we give to someone, like, that was on most people's minds yesterday, it was Christmas, and the Christmas tradition is giving, but we're actually receiving by doing the giving. And I was thinking about that yesterday as I had given gifts, and it's like, I don't need anything. I don't expect anything from anybody. I just want to give. And so that's what I did. And I forgot to turn my phone off. Good morning, Annie7. Good morning, Rick Morrow. Thank you for finding us. Welcome, welcome, everybody. I'm just turning my ringer off on my phone because it started dinging already this morning. All right. So we're talking about our soul purpose. And we're talking about giving and receiving. And I'll read the Kuan Yin card again for those who came in late. I just want to open my phone because for some reason there are some of the P's that I'm not seeing when they come in. And I just want to make sure that I'm seeing you all this morning. Kathy Hand said, yes, I said that before you even read the card. You did. You said, maybe she can help us figure out our intentions. And she did. She knows exactly what we need every day. Every day, these cards just speak to us on the place where we are, helping us to understand things more fully. And Yogananda does the same thing. Yogananda, that message that came up this morning for unity, world unity. And it starts one person at a time, just like our declaration that we do every night. Every night we come together at 9 o'clock Eastern time and we chant. And after we chant to break through some barriers and remove any obstacles and to bring in miracles, we make a declaration about peace. And we declare that there is peace on earth. And we declare that that peace begins inside of us. When we think about that, and we think about each person makes a difference. You matter. Everybody does. Our energy makes a difference. If you are spewing anger, if you are in a place, a bad place, where you're focused only on what's going wrong in the world, so many people just sit and watch what mainstream media news feeds us about everything wrong in the world. And if that's the focus, then you're adding to the lower vibration in the world. But if you're focused on what's going right in the world, what are people doing out there to make a difference? Where are the news reports about people that are following along the footsteps of Martin Luther King Jr., of Gandhi, of all the ones that are fighting or were fighting for peace while they were in their bodies? There are many, many people still following in that footstep. Many people who are out there making a difference, doing things in the world to lift up the energy. If we focus on what's being done and we see that, yes, there is good in the world, there are people that want things to work smoothly. There are people that are out there declaring peace on earth and wanting everyone to feel that. What if we focused on that? What if that was our 12 hours a day that we're awake, or whatever that comes down to? What if that was where our energy goes? You know, science has proven that whatever we are focused on, what our energy is that we're putting out, it's going into this big collective soup. And so everybody, your energy is in that soup. You're part of the mixture. And so don't think that just because you're having a bad day, it doesn't matter. It does matter. And you can have a bad day. We all do. We all have those moments where, you know, just don't want to suit up and show up. I don't want to be nice. I don't want to put a smile on my face. But turn it around. Pivot away from those low vibrations. You're only hurting yourself, and you're adding to the lower vibration of the planet. And you're just proving yourself right if you're paying attention to what the news says, that everything's falling apart, everything's in chaos and turmoil. It really isn't. There's really a lot of good going on in the world. The focus has been turned to what's going bad in the world, to what's being getting the attention, because it's dramatic and drama sells. So that's what we're being fed is the drama and the horrible things that are happening. And then it just expands from there. Let's focus on the good that's happening. Let's be the good news channel. Let's be the ones that show that, yes, there are people doing good things out in the world. And welcome everybody coming in. Rick Morrow, Blue, good morning. And Kathy said, my daughter gave me a sweet little lighted fountain, which I placed near my altar area where I keep my crystals, oracle cards, and Kuan Yin. It sounds lovely and so peaceful. I love that. I love fountains, and I love the sound of running water because water represents life. And when we hear it moving or we watch it moving, it shows us the changing energy of our life. So that's beautiful, Kathy. And thank you, Marlena, for doing that, for that beautiful gift to my friend. And Kathy says, one day I'd like to have a Zen room or a space where I could truly go off somewhere to just be in silence and serenity. Yeah, sometimes it takes just physically removing yourself from everything for a few moments. Just go for a walk and sit in nature. That's one of the most healing things we can do. And it brings that inner peace that we were talking about. Beautiful. All right, so your intentions. Let's set some intentions on the first day of the week, Intention Setting Sunday. So who's got something that you'd like to share with us? Who would like to share one thing that is your intention for this week? Thinking about what we've already shared today, what Kuan Yin had to say to us, and I'm going to read that again because there was quite a few of you that came in after the show opened up this morning. The Orchid Priestess of Destiny. The Orchid Priestess of your highest spiritual destiny calls to you now. She inspires you to discover and express your purpose. You are encouraged to live into your potential with all its uniqueness and beauty. Her sweet flute playing deep in your heart, blossoms of orchid and chrysanthemum falling from her feet. She stirs your heart to quest for your true soul passion. So what is that soul passion that's going to lead you into an intention for this week? What is it that you're going to say to the universe, God, Creator, this is what I intend for myself for this week. So let's let the intentions fly. Whatever you want to put out there, we're going to put it in the prayer circle. So let us help you to bring your manifestation of your intention to fruition. Okay, so Rick, you and Josie are helping a fellow being today. Awesome. Yes, Blue, isn't it a beautiful card? I just love the messages that Kuan Yin brings to us and how we can learn and grow together through the teachings of our masters, the teachings of those who were here. Kuan Yin was here. She was on this earth plane. She was in a human body, and she understands what it feels like to want others to understand and feel the love, feel the joy, feel the compassion in their hearts. So she encourages us every day because she knows what it feels like for us. And she's right here with us. Marietta says, A Course of Love tells us that our return to unity is our return to our full power, which is God's will. And that, of course, is divine love. Absolutely, Marietta. When we have that thought going on of unity, then we turn away from any thought of division, any thought of comparison or competition or separation. It's all about unity and peace and Christ consciousness being in that same feeling of I am you and you are me. And that's what it comes down to, feeling the oneness of each other. So set your intentions and let's lift you up for it. Leo, good morning. Leo says, my soul passion is music. I want to make music to lift people's vibration and raise awareness to their inner truth. Thank you, Leo. You do that so well. I just want more and more and more music coming from you. I want to be able to go on Spotify and pull up your album and just play that beautiful creation that you bring to us. Thank you. Tammy Fisk, good morning. Rick says, healing the sick is not a bad thing. That's all I can think of. Yeah. You know, Rick, you are a beautiful, beautiful healer. Thank you for using your Reiki to help others to have their inner healing. And when we recognize and acknowledge that all healing comes from inside, we are the conduit of bringing in that stream of light to help others. That's what Reiki does. That's what Time Heals does. Theta healing, quantum touch, all energy healing brings in an opening of the energy. So thank you for using the Reiki that you have been attuned to help others to achieve their highest point of healing. Kathy says, honestly, this morning I felt myself get pretty perturbed because I really wanted to sleep in. But Bob must have closed the back room doors with Bonnie still out there. And so she made a fuss and barked. So I had to get out of bed before I really wanted to. I want to set an intention this week to not let these little things get me so upset. I need to keep setting a good example for my family. Yes, it's all about the intentions. And when we know what we want, if we want to be here in the morning for each other, to love on each other and help each other through whatever we're going through, then we set that intention. I was talking to Auntie Jean last night, and she said, I probably won't be up for the morning show. And I said, that's okay. You know, it's okay. I'll be there. I'm there every morning, God willing, you know, unless there's something that keeps me away. And she said, I don't know how you do it. How do you do it? It's intention. It's a commitment. And when I make a commitment, I stand by that commitment. And I was given this gift by the angels to open up a space for us. This is our space. It's not mine. I'm just the one that clicks the button to take us live so we can all be together. And it's a commitment that I made to the angels. It's a commitment I made to God. It was a commitment I made to myself that I was going to be of service in this way. And so I'm here every day. And whoever shows up is who's supposed to be here. It's the perfect gathering every day of those who heard the call and those who come in to be with each other. So when you set an intention, whether it's to get up and see the family and communicate with each other and share your love and your light and share your needs and your wants and your intentions and your prayer requests, that's an intention. And that's something that each person has to do on your own. Nobody's going to come in and grab you and say, come on, it's time. No, it's up to you. It's up to each of us to follow our hearts and desire, just like Kuan Yin said, to quest for your true soul passion. And I love that. All right, Charlie says, I intend to send out love and light to the world, healing and prayers. Yes, yes. We do a heart healing for Mama Gaia every day here on this show. And thank you to all of you who come in to help us do that. And we have some trolls showing up this morning, so give me a second while I just get rid of them. Thank you for being here. Okay, and Rick says, Leo, that Leo is very important to say the least. It is. You know, it's so important to follow our soul passion, whether that is to make music, to teach, to gather people, whatever that soul passion is, honor it, honor it. Let your intention flow so that you have the very best experience possible. And Kathy says, like Leo, I want to pursue my passion, which is writing. I know, Kathy, we've been hearing about your writing, and I want to see it come to fruition. I want that writing to be out there for all of us to benefit from. So let's set an intention with you that your soul passion can grow that opportunity for sharing the love and the light that's going to come through it. Okay, Gracie is with us. Good morning, sweet Grace Isis. I intend on being a conduit of love, light, and laughter through gentleness, wisdom, words of encouragement, and move forward in this vibration with confidence and commitment, for I am peace. Grace Isis, you are so beautiful. Thank you for those words. You know, you're one of the wisest women I know. And when you open up and you speak to us, I just feel so much love. I feel like I'm in the presence of a guru when you speak, because you have such inner wisdom and strength. Thank you. Thank you for being here for us. And Blue says, I am with Rick. Healing is my way. This whole place is that way. Reiki it is, and I'm going to start wrapping healing stones with the Fae at my side. What a blessing, Blue. And let's talk about that. Let's talk about those healing stones that you are wrapping and infusing with Reiki energy, because I know that there's probably many that would be interested in hearing more about your wrapped stones. I know I would. Okay, so let's go ahead and put in any prayer requests. You've already done, some of you have talked about your intentions. And my intention for this week is to create more opportunity for spiritual growth, to listen more closely to the angels as they guide me with some master classes. I've been hearing that nudge for a bit to do some master classes for you all. And so I'd like to know, what would you like to see brought forth? What would you like to see a class developed for? And let's bring it to fruition. I know I've been hearing for a while to bring in more energy and getting us gathered together so we can learn and grow more together. So that's something that I'm making a priority in this coming year, is doing that and bringing forth some ideas that have been shared with me that I love the idea. It totally resonated with me. And one of them, I know we don't have a lot of time to talk about it, but it's something that will be definitely shared more about, is I'm going to set aside blocks of days for this coming year. And I'm going to take on some people who want to be mentored or want to share in this beautiful journey that's taking place, the Peace on Earth tour. So there's going to be blocks of days set aside. If anyone would like to join on the Peace on Earth tour and ride in the Angel Mobile and have experiences as I travel along the country, then that's what we're going to set up. We'll set some time aside, and if you would like to come and join along on the journey, then there's going to be opportunity for that. And we're kicking it around as traveling with Teri. And it's not all fully out there as far as the details yet, but that is something that is in the creation process to bring in more of you that want to experience in person what is being experienced on the journey. So think about it, see if it resonates with you. If you'd like to be sitting in that passenger seat in the Angel Mobile, maybe going into places like Bryce Canyon, the Grand Canyon, places out west that are just so immense and beautiful, and places back east and in the Midwest. So doesn't it sound like fun to just be on the journey in person and see some of the sights and learn and grow for a few days together? So that's one of the things I intend, is to get that really solidified in this coming week, is to get the things that are going to happen over the next year looking in an organized way, so that we know where the Angel Mobile will be and where it's guided to do land blessings. And that's the opportunity also. If you come and join in for a few days, we can do land blessings together. Maybe place a peace pole, who knows? The opportunity is wide open. Yes, Blue, the Fae are part of this inspiration, as along with a dear friend who said she heard it so clearly. And so we're getting that all together. Kathy said it's definitely challenging to find time to write since going back to work full time, and that makes me sad. Yeah, if it's going to be, it will be, Kathy. So just make it an intention to set that time aside that's needed. And Kathy says, I'd like a class on seeking guidance in writing, maybe spiritual writing, maybe a mix of science and spiritual. I just need something to focus on. I need a good subject. Yeah, and I know a lot of you have a story inside of you. So maybe a class on how to bring that story to fruition, how to bring it forward, and we could create something together during that class. Leo says, I feel so privileged for riding shotgun on the Angel Mobile to a land blessing with my earth mentor and friend, Teri, AKA Mama P. Yes, yes, you have been in that Angel Mobile, Leo, and it is quite the experience. It's like once you step inside those doors, something magical happens. And so that's going to be a part of what goes on this year. Magic carpet rides in the Angel Mobile. And Kathy said that would be awesome. All right, let's get to our prayers. I'm going to just, I know I said this was going to be a short one today, but that's all right. We're spending the whole hour together, and that's okay too. I just go with how Spirit leads on these things. If you have any prayers to add in to our prayer list, please put them in the comments. And if you have any updates on people we're praying for, we'd love to hear that as well. And let's remember all of those who are not here this morning for whatever reason, the ones that usually come in, and we're missing so many this morning, and just sending out love and light for wherever you are, whatever you're doing, if you're traveling, if you're sleeping, whatever may be keeping you from coming in and saying good morning to the fellow P's. We love you. Thank you for being a part of this family. That's right, Kathy. We must need to be here, and needed the full hour. And that's okay. That's my commitment, is to be here during this hour. So let's do this thing. Let's think of each person on our prayer list as this beautiful energy that you are. Pracheta, Prachir, Navriti, Billy, Tim, and Billy hopefully will be getting out of the hospital today. So let's all pray that that will be the case and that she gets to go home to family. Sheila and her sons, Gary, James, Loretta, her husband Cecil. Cecil really needs our prayers right now. He did have surgery for his heart, and he now needs to recover from that surgery, but also he really needs to get his strength back. So let's pray for him and lift him up for that. Joanne Castillo, Erica Hoppy and her mom Jean, Danya, Suzanne and family, Karina, her sister, Jillian and Jackie, her daughters, and Jessa, the granddaughter, Marietta and Ed, Leo Harley and your family, Lakshmi, DJ Blaze, Rick Morrow and Josie, Meg and Jim Lorio, Jean and Ron Lorio and your children and grandchildren, Catherine Kovacs and your family and your fur babies, Pam and Gordy, Rosalind Good Vibes, Sally and Tony, Christina and Christina's family, Kathy Hand and your family, Pat Moss and your daughter and grandchildren, Olivia and Tom and your sister Susan, Becky, Charlie and your family, Hope and Zena, Andrea Gregg, Deirdre, Annie Seven, Grayson, Regina and Adam, Cassandra, Destiny Ortega, Gail Zimmerman and Nick, Jennifer Langren and Micah and your brothers Chuck and Ken, Oksana, Amber, your mom, Jenna, Maximus and Katia and Max's teacher, Isabel and Paul Reese and your children, Inesh and Teresa and Lenita, Linda Lemieux and Dick and your sons, Stacy Small-Lord and Josh and your children and grandchildren, Blue and Dave Wolinski. We got a glimpse of Dave yesterday. Thank you, Blue, for being on with us so we could see your wonderful hubby. Karen Palmer and her dad, Frankie, and her husband and daughter. Grace Isis and your father, Edwin. Kathy Caputo, Mama Hada Bear, praying for your eye. Raymond, Tina Carzo, Tracy, Luz Orsini and your sister and your friend Christine Lewis, Jebby, Jim, Ryan, Catherine, Eric, John, Tatiana, Jackie and baby Eris, Brookie and your family, the Girardi family, Jeanette and Ernie, Dawson, Winston G. Campbell and his wife, which is Hope's mother and father, Sean, Angel, Derek, Lily and her family, Catherine, baby Wyatt, baby Haven, Darren Walker, Arthur Thompson, Elena, Tabby, Bill, Kelly, Jasmine, Anya, Myra, and Ronnie, Alba, Mary Lou Burdick, Kim Blood and her sister Chris, Kathy Hand's friends Patty and Sonia, and your co-workers, Jen, Ashley, Nicole, and Valerie, Deirdre's sister Steph and her husband Bob, Edwin, Joni, Adriel, Corina, Tiago, Tony and her husband, Tam in Utah, Vicky, Ken, Dottie and Don, Ruth Anderson, and travel prayers for Ruth and her family today. Stephen, Tammy Fisk and your daughter, Michelle, Bo and Candy Hand, Billy's children and her whole family, Crystal Nobles and Dean and the two boys, Gabriel and Jacob, and Brody the dog, Herb, Rochelle, and Rose, your mom, Joanne Rice, Soma, Julia Osborne, the Deerfield Valley in Vermont, Sharon Rhea, Karen and family, Eric Turner, Mira Rubin, Nick and family, Our Kenya family, Jean, Cynthia, Helena, and Edwina, the nieces and nephews, the animals and the fur kids, Lulu the kitty, Sherry Gatewood and her brother-in-law Pajama, Tammy Hill and family, Phil B., Lynn Gallagher, Elaine Armstrong, Danya Navarro, Wendy in Florida, Wendy in the UK, Brady, Abha, Mary Crincoli and her friends J.H., Mike, and John, Irene and Eduardo, Eddie Quills, Jose, Michael Murdoch, Jessica, Fidel, Kim, Camilla and Nick in Australia, Kathy and Raymond, Lynn, Frank, Albie, Viola, Kenneth, Bobby, Mansi, Kamal, Maddie, Akil and the orphans in Pakistan, Noel, Heaven and Son, Yuri, Scott, Jim, Trey Horn, Julia and her husband, Dr. Beard, Zila, Marianne, Henrik and Lorraine, Mercedes, Jeannie and her sister Merle, Sharon, Letitia, Mary, Raven Dalek, Wayne, Jenny Reed and John's family, Joshua, Heather Lynn Cast, James, Tina, Cyrus, Drake, Alicia Burns, Laura Hill, Pam Dite, Michael Lorio, Chris Blake, Betsy, Kimberly, Trevor Gotardi, Danae DeCandio, and I saw your message earlier, Rick, that you were going to be doing some healing this morning, and thank you for that. Ellen, Irene, Sue Seekoff and her family, and especially Richard, and Ethel Huggard, which is the grandmother of my best friend back in Florida. And Ethel just recently had a heart attack, and we are lifting her up for complete healing from that. So if there's any you'd like to add to the list, go ahead and put it in the comments. Welcome, Joanne. You're here right on time, honey, and lifting you up and your beautiful family. Marlene, good morning to you. Okay, so let's go into our hearts for just a minute, thinking of all of these prayers that were given out for us. That's our service that we do every day. And just think on each one as a beautiful energy that has been placed in our care. And thank you, Blue. We're adding Lindsay, who has cancer. Thank you for that. So just breathe in right into your heart center. Just envision your heart beating. You've probably all seen videos of a heartbeat, what it looks like as it moves and shoots the blood out into the veins and the arteries. Just think of the heartbeat, the rhythm of it, that beautiful feel of it keeping your body alive. And now think of your spiritual heart, that place at the very core of who you are, and feel the heartbeat of that. Let them get into sync. Now exhale out and relax. And breathe back in again, that light coming from up above, from our Creator, Source, God, Father, whatever you choose to call the greatest and most powerful being that exists, source energy. Bring that light and that love right into your heart, into your spiritual heart. And let that heartbeat expand where it gets louder and louder. And send it directly down into Mama Gaia, down into the heartbeat of Gaia, which you also can hear and feel. Let's connect up our heart with Gaia's heart. having them beat in sync, loving Gaia into a beautiful, perfect energy of peace. And may this peace go deep to the core of Gaia. May it offer healing energy to come back up through the soil, into the mountains and the valleys and the waters and the fields, into the animals, and into every inhabitant of earth. May every person on earth feel this love, feel this light. These prayers that are put in the center circle, may each one feel that love. May each one receive a heart healing coming directly from God, going through our hearts and entering into the core of earth and back up again. That beautiful circle of love. To see each person that we place there being covered with that love. Now breathe in that light again. Hold it in your heart. Give yourself a heart healing. Let your heart expand. Let it receive now. You've given out the love. Now receive it back in. This beautiful circle just keeps going, keeps expanding, keeps bringing in exactly what we need. Gaia knows, God knows, and you know what you need. Bring it into your heart. Love on yourself. Say thank you, I love you, right into your heart center. And whatever is there inside of you as an intention, as a goal, a direction, just let that expand out with that breath. How beautiful you are. How beautiful we all are. When we gather together every day, it is a work of beauty. It is a gift that you give to yourself and to others. Give and receive today. And let's receive love now from each other, saying those magical words that have such power. And those words we are going to say to each other on the count of 3, 2, and 1. Thank you. I love you. I love you all so very much. Kamal, thank you for joining us. Thank you for being here with us to receive and to give. What a beautiful day. What a beautiful love that we all share together. All right, so how about a little Leo this morning? How about we listen to the song that was created just for us? It was created out of love from the heart of one of our P's, our Leo. Thank you, Leo, for this beautiful creation, this magical song that lifts us all up. Here we go.
Morning, Earthlings! It's time to get up and get ready because today's the perfect day to have a great day.
Thank you, Rick and Josie.
Here we go, come on,
Robert
come
Joseph,
on, let's play. It's a beautiful day. If you woke up this morning, might as well be part of it. One on peace for peace, so love is show for harmony. You and me, mama, be on the lead wherever we may be. We create a portal where we can be together. The heart telephone is always one phone call away. Calling on the guys, the angels, and the masters. Take a deep breath, we're going into a new dimension. Morning cup full of joy every day. To start the day on a high vibe, we call the AAA. Morning cup full of joy with all the P's and the pod. The daily mantra is thank you, I love you, namaste. Morning cup full of joy every day. To start the day on a high vibe, we call the AAA. Morning cup full of joy with all the P's and the pod. The daily mantra is thank you, I love you, namaste. Give me a cup full of joy. Give me a cup full of joy. Give me a cup full of joy.
Thank you, Marlene.
Give me a cup full full of joy, full of light, full of love. Bottomless refuse, spilling off from the top. Here, the coffee's always hot and the trust is always yours. The sun is calling out to play, let's put on a show. Today is a new day, we all part of this game. Let's play to win. Love always is the winning team, and you can side with us. There is always more space in the pot for more love. Take a spot and get the day started. Morning cup full of joy every day. To start the day on a high vibe, we call the AAA. Morning cup full of joy with all the peas and the pod. The daily mantra is thank you, I love you, namaste. Morning cup full of joy every day. To start the day on a high vibe, we call the AAA. Morning cup full of joy with all the peas and the pod. The daily mantra is thank you, I love you, namaste.
I'm looking at the words that Facebook is interpreting from the song. That is hilarious. Leo, you shared with us the words, the real words to the song. Thank you. Give me a cuppa full
There is
of
no
joy.
secret. We simply
Accept, align, allow.
AAA, y'all. Morning cup full of joy every day. Just start the day on a high vibe, we call the AAA. Morning cup full of joy with all the peas and the pod. The daily mantra is thank you, I love you, namaste, y'all. Morning cup full of joy every day. Just start the day on a high vibe, we call the AAA. Morning cup full of joy with all the peas and the pod. The daily mantra is thank you, I love you, namaste, y'all. Give me a cup of joy. Cup of full of joy.
Aren't they funny, Leo? Oh my gosh, you can all get a good laugh at that.
Give me a cup of joy. 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 Give me a cup of joy.
Love that song. Thank you so much, Leo, and thank you so much, Peace, for being here. Spotify wants to keep on playing. I love you all so much. Have a beautiful, blessed rest of your day or night, wherever you are. We love you. We'll see you later. Namaste, y'all. Bye, everybody.